In Bosworth Hall, the Rowan Television Network presents RTN Tonight. I'm Paisley Blair, and here's your host, Bernie Roddy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Come on, let's get excited for this. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get things started. All right, everyone settle down, settle down. Thank you, and welcome to another season of RTN Tonight. Yes, we still do the show, and no, I don't know why either. I'm Bernie, last name, I apologize. I'm Bernie Roddy, and alongside is my wonderful co-host this week, Paisley. Paisley, how you doing today?
I'm doing just great, Bernie. Thank you.
That is so great to hear.
Now, look. The Democrats need to band together against Trump.
Whoa. Paisley, what are you doing?
Starting every show like we always do? This is CNN, right?
Nope. This is RTN Tonight. This is the one where we do some comedy here and again.
Oh, well, that's pretty much the same thing anyways.
Okay, then why don't we just forget about that for right now and jump right into our night? Let's get things going. Currently, the world is still spinning, so you know some things, interesting things, are still happening. This summer was a wild time, and apparently really hot, since most people were describing the 3-month period as either a hot boy or a hot girl summer. Apparently, it just means that you had a great summer. But I thought everyone was overheating. I was like, damn, just drink some water or something. I don't know. But I wasn't surprised about my confusion before last year. I thought SMH stood for Sucks Man High. But
better than what I thought it stood for, so.
We win some, we lose some. But in local news, Rowan University is continuing its quest for Manifest Destiny in South Jersey, using up more land around the campus to construct a center for the esports to pair with the university's new esports major, complete with up to 60 high-capacity gaming computers and broadcast capabilities. This is all a part of Rowan's new motto, less commuters and more carpal tunnel. The initiative is working out well for young children who are telling their parents that the extra hour of sleep is so important for their new future. Also, the food ordering app Grubhub has made its way to Rowan, replacing Tipingo, which the school has been using for the past year. Grubhub's menu is more complicated than before, with a lot of confusing menu items that have led people to coin the app as Sucks Hub. But don't worry, it's still not my favorite hub to visit every now and again.
Okay, a lot of hubs.
Yeah,
good.
A lot of hubs out there.
All right.
You gotta love them. Also, former 76ers and Hall of Famer Charles Barkley visited our campus last Tuesday evening for a special Q&A with new sports communications director Neil Hartman. The turnout was great, but one notable person who failed to show up, our one and only Ali Hushman, who probably spent his evening plugging his slightly mediocre hot sauce that is now actually in 3 new flavors. Don't forget about that. Let's go. But, with all that being said, we've got a great show tonight. So stay tuned for more RTN Tonight, where we are joined by the president of the Rowan Gaming Club to discuss esports on campus. And now, we're going to be interviewing the president of the Rowan Gaming Club, Colin Burnett. Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Nice to meet you. I'm Paisley.
How you doing? What's going on, man? All right, so we're just going to get right into the interview, just to kind of get things going. I have a lot of questions about the esports and everything that's coming up.
Yeah.
And then I also have just random questions just to kind of get to know each other.
Yeah.
So we'll just get right into it and see how it goes.
Yeah, you seem like a great guy.
So just to start off, just tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into this position.
Yeah, so gaming club is kind of a thing that started in about 2014. So past when I went to college, I started in 2016. But I kind of was really into the idea of esports and just video games and stuff like that. I had a lot of coaching positions for video game teams. So when I went to Rowan, I looked for the gaming club, and when I went there, they seemed really excited about it, and I was really excited about it, so they offered me an e-board position as their head of esports. So I kind of got into that. Freshman and sophomore year, I did that, and then my junior year, I got upgraded to vice president, but I was still doing their esports stuff. And now I'm a senior, just became president of the club, and now with this whole announcement of esports and stuff, a lot of it's dawned on me.
So this is something you do. What is your major? What are you majoring in?
My major is actually specific math mostly. So I'm math and also education. So when I was young, I did a lot of like coaching for video games. So that kind of sparked my interest in like the whole like teaching process. So I was doing education for a while. Now I'm more, I still have the education major complete and stuff like that, but I'm looking into more job opportunities in the esports world.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you said your junior year you got put onto an e-board, or what? Explain a little bit to that to me.
Yeah, it basically stands for executive board, but we just kind of as like a gaming club, so a lot of things like E stands for like electronic something. So we just say like e-board as in like, so it sounds more like gamey, but it just stands for executive board.
That's awesome. All right, my next question is tell me more about the club itself and how you got to be the head of it. Since the esports, the Rowan contract that they just made with the esports is very recent.
Yeah.
So how it's got to be, I imagine it's super hectic. And
Yeah.
how is that going for you, and how are you dealing with stuff like that?
Yeah, so to talk about the club first of all, the club is kind of just what we call like a community of gamers. So we kind of play anything and everything. We tried to make it as broad as possible to attract as many people as possible. So we play things like tabletop games, console games, PC games, board games, like anything that you bring, we'll play is kind of our motto at our gaming club. So we have a lot of different variety on what people bring. Some people bring their laptops. Some people just kind of hang out and chill. We just have stuff going on, and we do events like Trivia Night and stuff like that. In terms of the announcement, yeah, it was pretty hectic. Originally in the summer, I was approached by Nerd Street, who's the partner in this program.
Okay.
And they kind of talked to me through what they were thinking. They were thinking about having this event, which is happening, and they were thinking about starting a full program. So they kind of talked me through the process, and I was really involved. And obviously, as a large audience of gamers, they were really interested in our club. So they kind of talked me through, and then I was going to meetings with them, and I was meeting with a lot of Rowan administrators about possibly putting out an announcement about this and things like that. And they kind of felt like it was a good opportunity to put it out there, just to say, hey, we're doing this. We're not very far into the process yet, but we want to just show that this is something we're heading towards. So that's kind of what happened there. But yeah, definitely hectic for sure.
Yeah, I bet. So my next question is about the event. The first event is tomorrow, right?
Yep, correct. Tomorrow, so October 19th, it is a esports event. So there's a couple of games that are more competitive, and we're going to have about 140 computers set up in the rec center.
Wow.
And it's going to be an all-day event. So the games start at 10 a.m. and it's expected to go to about 10 p.m. So a very big event, and it's just going to be like a big tournament with all Rowan students. So we're gonna have the main three games are Rocket League, League of Legends, and Overwatch, and then there's also a Mario Kart station as well as a Super Smash Bros. Because we know that a lot of college students play those two games. So we kind of wanted to incorporate them as well as the more competitive esports players, as we'd say. So we're really hoping, we have about like 120 signups right now. So we're hoping like that mixed with the spectators and stuff like that, we'll get a pretty big event going.
So you think this will kind of lead to more events down the line that'll get even bigger and, have a lot bigger turnouts?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is like a really good kind of stepping stone for Rowan. This is kind of the first thing they're putting together about esports. Like the game room has a lot of like tournaments they do and things like that, but nothing's ever been this big. So they're kind of looking at this event as like to gauge interest for how many people are into these big games, these big competitive games. So I think it will definitely pave the road to see how Rowan approaches future events, as well as kind of just tells like maybe how often they can do this and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So my next question is, do you actually personally compete ever, or have you ever like dabbled in competing?
Yeah, when I was in high school, about my freshman year, so I was probably like 15. I did a lot of competing. I was playing mostly League of Legends and some other games on the side, and I went to a couple of different tournaments across the United States. But as I got older, I realized that it's kind of, for me, it was more about the strategic part of gaming versus like the actual like clicking of the mouse and clicking of the buttons. So when I was about 16 years old, I started coaching teams. So I started contacting teams and saying, hey, I can help you guys improve on your teamwork and improve on your play. So they said, yeah, sure, we'll take you in. And a great story is one time there was a team that really liked me, so they invited me out to be a permanent coach for them in California. But I was still in high school at the time, so I didn't really want to leave school because I wanted to graduate my high school. So I turned it down, but I continued to do coaching, and it was a really fun experience, so I still do that. But I still am pretty good at the games, so I was thinking about participating in this event when they first announced it, but then I decided to do more commentary and things like that, because to talk about like the strategies the teams are using and things like that. So I'd say I'd err more on the side of like hosting and analysis work versus more competing, but I'm still pretty good. So.
Okay, so you say you do play and you do compete. What is your favorite game to play?
I mean, if we're talking like all time, I mean, that's a hard question. I'd say all time, it's probably like Halo 3, just because that game was really affected my childhood. But if we're talking about the game I played the longest and the game that I'm the best at, it's definitely League of Legends for sure.
League of Legends.
Yeah.
Paisley, you ever play any video games?
No, can you tell by my silence? I am completely amazed. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like a foreign language to me.
Yeah, it is to a lot of people, right? So a lot, like when this whole thing came out, you know, you have like a divide between the students where a lot of people are like, oh, esports, that sounds great. Like I know about it and I've heard about it and it's going to be a really cool adventure for Rowan to do. And then some people kind of just don't even know, like you said, it's a foreign language. Yeah, like they don't even know what you're talking about. And that's why something we're trying to highlight at this event, especially me on the casting desk and the people around me, my co-hosts and stuff like that, are trying to get students who don't know about esports to come to this event, because we're going to describe a lot of the stuff they're doing in the simplest terms we can. Mm-hmm. So to allow people who don't know what these games are and how they work and who wins and how they win, so we're trying to incorporate that into our commentary.
Yeah, awesome. Even if you're not competing, it is interesting. Like people go watch, right?
Yeah.
They spectate live, and it actually costs money to go, right?
Yeah,
it's like $5, something like that.
Yeah,
right?
so for spectating, it's completely free. So if you just want to show up and
so
not compete
competing, you gotta pay it.
Yeah,
right?
if you want to like play, if you want to basically what they say, if you want to touch a controller or you want to play on a computer, you have to pay the $5. But in terms of spectating, it's completely free. You just have to show up on that day. But yeah, I definitely encourage people to come out and spectate, and people do watch. Like, I don't know if you guys know what Twitch is, or which is like a live streaming service where a lot of people just play games, and they have tens of thousands of viewers who are just watching them play a video game. And I've been doing it for like 8 years, and I don't even watch TV anymore because I just watch other people play games, and it's just a crazy world out there. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome. So my next question is, how has gaming really affected your personal life going into, like, you said you started at 16, you started coaching people, so how do you feel it has affected you to this point, and how it will continue affecting you going on?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot different, right? So this is kind of a new thing, esports in general, and a couple of years ago when I was in high school and I was telling people that I was playing games and stuff, like, they were, kind of mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to get over that hurdle of, like, people don't know what it is, so they kind of don't want to, like, say anything about it. But nowadays it's a lot more what they're calling like mainstream. So I think it's just a lot easier nowadays than it was a couple of years ago.
Okay, I'm starting to wrap things up here. I'm going to ask you a few quick random questions to get to know you more about yourself. I'm going to go as fast as I can here. Yeah. What is your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange, I love it. Favorite color is fuchsia.
Right.
You got a favorite?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yes.
Love it. Okay, my next question is, do you have a sister that looks exactly like you and that is interested in Rowan talk show hosts?
I do not have a sister. I have a brother.
That doesn't matter.
He might be interested, but I mean...
All right, well, you blew it. Next question. If you had to relate yourself to one video game character and explain it as fast as possible, who would it be?
Oh, my God. A video game character?
You're asking a lot here.
I'm going as fast as I can. This is the fast one.
I don't know. Maybe like Mario or something?
I was going to say Mario as well, because I feel like I'm always chasing the girl and I keep running away from her. But anyway,
True.
Next question, real fast. Who's the best looking person in the room and why am I? Go.
I can't argue with that argument. It's got to be you.
That's what I thought. And then my last question of the day is, if you had to rate your experience here on the show with the interview, 1 out of 10, what would you give?
10, easy.
10 out of 10?
Best questions I've ever had.
Oh, I appreciate that.
It's 9 more than we usually get.
Well, it was a pleasure having you here. We definitely learned a lot. Definitely tune in to see more news about the esports, and I can't wait to see it. Thank you, everything. Very interesting. How you doing? I'm Bernie Roddy, host of the RTN Tonight, Rowan Tonight show. Today we're filming a segment called Will It Bounce? It's pretty simple. I'm up here on this roof, as you can see, and I got 10 items. We're gonna see if they bounce. Let's get things started. First one, Hawaiian Punch container. Ready, boys? 2-liter soda. Did it bounce? Oh yeah, with the bounce. Look at how majestic that is. Astronaut, you wanna turn that over? Just to keep that safe. Good work. Hey, go looking out. That's our ref down there, by the way. I don't know if I've explained. That's the ref astronaut. He just doesn't want to be named for some reason, so. All right, get our next item out here. Who doesn't like a little bit of salsa? You know what I mean? See if this bounces. Didn't look like it bounced. I believe this is a cantaloupe. Real quick, I'm gonna try to spell cantaloupe. C-A-N-T-E-L-O-U-P-E. If that is correct, I should not have to go to college. All right, for the cantaloupe. We got a bounce? No, we do not. Okay. All right, let's keep things going. Super cheap candle holder I found at the superstore. Stupid me. At the what's it called? At Acme. What's that called?
Supermarket.
Supermarket. Thank you, Joe, behind the camera. Supermarket. Let's see if this bounces. You ready, ref? No, he's not ready. All right, let's see if it bounces. Not looking like it. Nope. Okay. No bounce. It's October. Almost Halloween. Halloween's next week. Let's see if a pumpkin bounces. Questions? Oh, I think our ref thinks it's gonna bounce. See what happens here. That was unfortunate. Oh, he's upset. Ref, do you want to get that out of the landing zone for me? You got it. Thank you. Appreciate your time. This is actually a sneak peek. This is actually I found this bag in a parking lot and I'm just throwing their stuff over. I don't know what happened. Up next, we got a water bottle. My neighbors appeared to be outside. Let's see if we can scare them with one of the items that we throw. Yeah, we're making a movie. We're doing a segment for a show. We're seeing if these items bounce.
Okay.
We're all the way up here. Look, you want to see if this pineapple bounces? We're gonna see if it bounces. Come on, pineapple! Ah! Did it bounce? Oh, Wes said it didn't bounce.
Hey ref, can you get that pineapple out of the landing zone, please?
I think this is our second to last item.
Wait, can I cut you off real quick? I think she's moving in. She doesn't want to anymore.
Oh, that's right. That house is for sale. I forgot.
It's a good neighborhood, I swear.
She probably won't. Who doesn't love some good maple syrup? It's delicious, tangy, sticks to your belly button. Let's you ready? Oh, ref, you don't have to hold the old items. No, SpongeBob doesn't live in there. It's not that one. Yeah, sorry. Ready for the maple syrup? Oh yeah! That was a bounce. Woo-hoo-hoo. It looks like we're on our last item. I'm gonna have to go get it from the house because it's the most important item. Hold on. Okay, he's a little upset. I woke him up from his nap, but a little upset. We're gonna see if we can get this baby to stop crying. All right, everybody ready down there? Let's get it going. My baby, not my baby. Is it okay? Is it baby? Did it bounce? It bounced! Yes! This has been a successful episode of Will It Bounce. I appreciate you guys for joining, and tune in next time. RTN Tonight. We did it, everybody. Eat it. Yeah, I'll bite it right now. Hold on. Throw it up here. Throw it up here with the maple syrup. Hold on. Syrup it. Get some good syrup in there. No, I don't want I don't want the syrup. I'm not gonna clean my roof. I know you're laughing in the mask. I wanted syrup on the cantaloupe. Mom's gonna say,
How do you get maple syrup on the roof, Bernie?
how did you manage to get maple syrup on the roof? Rowan Tonight Show, everybody. Let's get the cleanup crew in. There's pumpkin seeds everywhere.
Oh my god. Oh, I just sat in the syrup. Get the Roomba. How bad is it? Is it bad? It's bad. I thought it was funny until now.
What's that? I'm cleaning it now.
Jamie, wouldn't you believe I sat in the syrup?
I'm super gross. I'm sitting with the syrup.
Can I throw my shorts in your washer?
I'm gonna get the Roomba. The Roomba's gonna fix it all up.
Yep, there it is on my leg.
Come on.
Well, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm gonna sit in Bernie's bed. Bernie Roddy. Yeah, my shorts got maple syrup on it too. Is this all?
Welcome to Last Week This Week. I'm Jeremy Lightfinger. We start you off with some breaking news. Our president, Donald Trump, has been accused of...
Jeremy,
What?
Bernie told me earlier, this isn't CNN.
Yeah, but we have to inform the people of this breaking...
No. Just cut it and just do what they tell you. It's fine.
They're not going to fire me, are they?
I don't know. Just...
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Paisley Blair. Let's news.
Incarcerated rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine has accused pop star Cardi B of involvement in the 9 Trey gangster crime ring. The rapper, whose legal name is a very menacing and dangerous-sounding Daniel Hernandez, is testifying before a judge with the hope of shortening his possible 47-year sentence. Other names that 6ix9ine testified as taking part in gang involvement are Tom Hanks, Betty White, and Gritty.
The Addams Family, yes, another one, released this past week in theaters. It's the 9th adaptation of America's Kookiest Family because the other 8 weren't good enough. Movie reviewer Rotten Tomatoes have given the film a 43%, with some reviews saying, "Oh, didn't know we broke through the bottom of the barrel." Here's a picture of the proverbial Addams Family cow.
A study published in the Journal of Health Economics has found that when there is a high pollen count in the air, crime is reduced by 4%, because people are more likely to stay home. On the contrary, though, Kleenex headquarters was just broken into last night. The bees are really happy about this, so get ready for Jerry Seinfeld's newest movie, B-Movie 2, Crime Force.
A Vernon resident was recently sentenced to 30 days in jail for his illegal dumping practice. Judge James Bride has said of the Vernon man he believes he is above the law and will resume his dumping activities somewhere else. Well, if I only had a nickel every time I heard that one. Mayor Harry Shortway believes that he needs to be made an example for the whole state. Do you hear that, Jeremy? We're coming for you.
What? Okay. Anyway, legendary director Martin Scorsese made headlines last week when he stated in an interview that he thinks Marvel movies aren't cinema. This prompted immense backlash from fans and actors alike, stating Scorsese is wrong and trashing a certain branch of cinema. But honestly, who cares? I mean, Taco Bell isn't Mexican food, but people eat it anyway, right?
Costco is getting into the beer game this holiday season by selling beer advent calendars. The Brewer's Advent Calendar sells for $60 and includes 24 cans of unique beer from Germany, which now means you can not only get drunk and cultured at the same time, you can do it in bulk. Also, if you can't afford to go out drinking, don't worry, free samples. That's all we have for this week.
Stay tuned for the closing that everyone never changes the channel for, all right?
This has been the first episode of the 5th season of RTN Tonight. I think it went well. What do you think?
I think it went fantastic. When did we not do CNN? I don't get it.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you this. We don't have the funding or the hair plugs in order to be CNN.
The people need to hear the news.
No, I just don't understand.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm calling
It's fine.
public safety
It's good.
soon.
Okay.
She's actually holding a knife under the table.
Let's wrap it up.
She told me to
Both
say
my
to
hands are
CNN.
above the table.
Please help me. Please
Okay.
somebody call somebody soon.
That's not even on the prompt.
This is not a joke.
It's a cry for help.
Anyway, please tune in next time. We had a great show today, I hope. If I'm still alive by next time. It's not CNN News. I can't stress that enough.
It's CNN.
I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
Yeah. See ya.